What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all of this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to, I thought Lil Murder was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. What he had on looked like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yana Van Zam's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. And you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see. Can I see? Hit me up in my DMs, and I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Well, good morning. I think that there's no more appropriate intro than the part where I sing, Jesus Christ, Superstar. What is up? Merry Christmas. Good morning. Listen, it's been a Merry Christmas so far. I was over at Really Bees Live, and I'm going to resist the urge to do exactly what Mims said I would do, because Mims said I would give y'all a Christmas after dark. It's not dark yet, but just know my Christmas has already been merry and bright. Okay? I'm just going to say, good morning, y'all. Listen. I have a chance to talk about Beyonce Skank this morning. I'm so happy about that. Y'all know it's probably not good if I have a chance to talk about Beyonce Skank. The Beehive is gonna come after me. God help us. I have a chance to talk about Nicki Minaj. The Barbs are not going to be happy with me, so we're just giving a lump of coal to everybody in all of the different camps, the Barbs, the Beehive. If I could find something on Rihanna, I would, say something to make the Navy mad. But good morning, Merry Christmas. Let me say hello to my people. Shout out to the members. The members only chat has been doing what they do. They've been wishing everybody Merry Christmas this morning. So shout out to the members. They are over there clowning once again in the members only chat. I can't keep up with those people, but shout out to them. What I need y'all to put in the chat for me, please. Okay. what I need y'all to put in the chat for me, please. I want y'all to give me, I want you to tell me one, your favorite Christmas song. That's the first thing. That's the first thing I want y'all to put. Your favorite Christmas song. I don't have a favorite. That's the only part of Christmas that I do like is the music. The rest of it y'all can take and throw the shit in the trash. But I do like the music. I have a couple songs that I might tell y'all is my favorite, but I want you to give me that first. Two, two, your favorite Christmas movie. Okay. Your favorite Christmas movie. And three, what do you really wish people gave you for Christmas? So, favorite Christmas song, favorite Christmas movie, and what do you really, really want people to give you for Christmas? I'm just gonna ask you that, okay? What do you really want? Not, the nice stuff. What you really, really, really want for Christmas? Child. Yeah. So yes, that's my three things. Let me say hey to some people. Hey Volvo, hey Cookie, Diamond Pearl, Jim, Volvo, Budgets, Weights, Quintessential. We got good snacks today. We're still eating on the basically the Samoas. She all and I got listen. I only got 3 boxes left of these. I'm not buying no more boxes after these 3 boxes are gone. If you don't like Christmas tree cakes, the problem is you and not me. Fran Jay, what's going on, Fran? Lil Baby is here. Mia MJ is here. All the members are in here. Lemon Kush Pepper, Keisha McCrae, J12, aka it's almost y'all Founders Day. J12, aka it's almost my Founders Day too. All the real, um, all the real members of Divine Nines have Capricorn birthdays, but that's a whole nother story. Brown Mama 3186. What's going on? L Love is here. What's up? Ravine. Hey Ravine. Everybody please say hi to Ravine. Because if you don't say hi to Ravine, Ravine is gonna be mad. Okay. Montrez, what's good, bruh? I'm glad you made it. Gen Z is represented. Um Chanel Morris, what's going on? Y'all climb up in here. Tracy C is here. Symmetry is here. Everybody is piling on in. Corey, what's going on? Hey, Monk Chip Boo. That's my boo right there. Monk Chip. We love Monk Chip. Michelle W. What's going on? Optional. Come Emmanuel. You don't have no, and you just want peace. I don't want peace for everybody. Everybody don't need peace. Come Emmanuel. See, when I read O come Emmanuel, my brain, I'm just telling y'all know where my brain goes. I'm trying not to go down these places this Christmas morning. Favorite song is Oh Holy Nights. You know, Budget Waits. I listened to about 8 different versions of that song. I have to hear Mariah's. I have to hear Patty's. I have to hear Celine's. I have to hear Jennifer Hudson's. I have to hear Kelly Clark Skanks. Who else? It's a couple of them that I listen to every year. I got to listen to it. Montrez said, "All I want for Christmas, joy to the world. Do you hear what I hear?" Listen, the Whitney Houston version of "Do You Hear What I Hear" is my all-time favorite. All-time favorite. Y'all know as a lamb, the Mariah Carey album is one of my favorite. It's in my top 5 Christmas albums, along with the Jackson 5 Christmas album, along with Luther Vandross's Christmas album, along with Kirk Franklin's Christmas album. But do y'all know All I Want for Christmas is probably my least favorite song on that album? I literally never listened to that song, but I listened to everything else off that album. Listen. And I'm a lamb. Y'all know I'm a lamb. That's my queen, Mariah Carey, through and through. But I never listened to All I Want for Christmas. Christmas Story, that's your favorite one? Oh God, the Christmas Waltz, Christmas movie. I have 2, a Christmas Story and National Lampoons. I don't like Christmas movies. Hey, itty bitty, what's going on? So I do have some stuff to talk about today. Polar Express, okay. Silent Night by the Temptation. I mean, it's not Christmas unless you hear "In My Mind." Until you hear that, it's not Christmas. and then you hear the man with the bass, solenoid. He be getting down there, huh? Holy noise. He be getting down there. I'll be like, ooh, oh, I felt my nuts drop on that first note. I'm like, oh, I felt my nuts drop. But yeah, you get if you don't hear In My Mind, it's not Christmas yet. Let Us Know. A lot of people like Let Us Know by Boys to Men. Ravine had to come in and represent for the Divine Nine. Shout out to the Divine Nine. If you're in the Divine Nine, go ahead and represent your Divine Nine in the chat. Shout out to all my fellow noops out there. Shout out to the noops out there. Black Widow, good morning and Merry Christmas. I hope you're having a good time. All right, one choice. What's up? What is up? What is up? Sweet Pea, hey, cross country cruiser, hey. Kelly Clark Skank be holler at. We be here for Kelly Clark Skank. We do. V Carter, listen. The Preacher's Wife is probably gonna make its way in my top 5 Christmas albums too. Because if I don't hear nothing else, I'm gonna hear I Love the Lord by Whitney Houston. Listen, you know what's so funny about that Christmas about the Preacher's Wife's album? If you study Whitney Houston's career and her voice, by the time she got to The Preacher's Wife, the voice that we have fell in love with in the 80s and very early 90s was a fragment of itself. You know what I'm saying? Just a fraction of itself. And it's like God said, oh, you giving me a little gospel? All right, I'm gonna touch your voice one more good time. You got one more good touch of the voice, and then that's it from here. And baby, Whitney sang on that Preacher's Wife album and gave life abundant. Because when she sang that I love the Lord, every time I hear, I'd be prostrate on the ground before the Lord. I'm just telling you, prostrate on the ground. Now, once I get down there, I might stay down there to do other things, but y'all don't need to worry about that. Praise God. From whom all blessings flow. But yes, the Preacher's Wife. The Preacher's Wife. Listen, Donny Hathaway. My favorite Christmas. Listen, I don't want to hear this Christmas from anybody else except for Donny Hathaway. I know y'all say Chris Brown has a very good version and a whole bunch of other people have real good versions, and that might be true, but give me Donny and nobody else. That's it. I don't want to hear nobody else. Give me Donny. Shake a hand. Shout out to Donny Hathaway, because that's all I want. Good morning, Xavier. Good morning, Xavier. Xavier, I've never even heard of Lion in Winter. I don't even know what that is, Xavier. Hold on, because my lips look real chapped. Oh, hold on, y'all. Get some chapstick and get my Bishop Whitehead on. Get some chapstick and get my Bishop Whitehead on, because my lips look and feel really dry. All right, let's get into some of this stuff. Itty bitty, you say you got too many to pick a favorite? You was bathed in the Temptations Christmas album. Come on. Now Behold the Lamb is a good one in me and MJ. Now Behold the Lamb. Listen. Symmetry out here representing for the Deltas. Janae had to come out the bushes and represent Sigma Gamma Rho. Look at the Divine Nine. Come through. Come on, Spring 04, aka I see y'all. Y'all shout out y'all Divine Nine in the chat. Hey, Lamone, what's going on? Lamone, we need you to come up here and sing us a little Christmas ditty. Could you come up here, Lamone? I mean, I ain't gonna ask you to do nothing impromptu, but if you feel so inclined, you could come up here. Y'all know Lamone is a singer. He don't sing, he sang. Just saying. Lamone could come up here and sing for us. I'm just saying. Give the people some Christmas joy. I've never seen Preacher's Wife gonna watch. I never seen The Preacher's Wife. Wait a minute. Correct. The Preacher's Wife is so good. Denzel, Courtney Vance, Whitney Houston, Jennifer Lewis. You even Sissy Houston is even in it. I mean, it's such a oh god, it's a good movie. It's a good Christmas movie. Gregory Hines is in that movie. Yeah, it's such a good movie. Corray. I'm surprised. Exactly, Lamont. Tell them Donnie all day. We only want Donnie. Only want Donnie. I heard all the versions I can hear of this Christmas. Right. You know what I heard? I was at Publix. You know what I heard? I heard a cover of Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. And it was some dude, and this shit sounded just off. It was just like, what the fuck am I hearing? Like, if I'm gonna hear All I Want for Christmas, give me Mariah Carey hollering to the freaking stratosphere, okay? Trying to touch God vocally. I didn't want to hear some dude, some white dude at that, trying to do All I Want for Christmas. I'm just saying. Yes, we getting our Bishop Limore on with the chapstick. Make sure we grease these good lips. Grease these lips. Oh man. Spring 2000. Come on, spring 2000. You almost close to me. I'm summer 99. Oh man. Wait, cross country cruiser. You've never seen the preacher's wife. Listen, if y'all don't do nothing today, when I get off this lap, when I get off, no, y'all wait till I get off. You gotta go see The Preacher's Wife is one of Denzel's best movies. It might make the top 5. I might be with you on that, Xavier. It might make Denzel's top 5. My favorite Denzel movie is clearly John Q. Love John Q. John Q is my favorite movie by Denzel by far. Glory was good, but John Q is just my movie. I was here for all parts of John Q. The Preacher's Wife probably slips in my top 5. Loretta Devine was in it as well. You're right. Thank you, Montreal. Listen, we are all so surprised y'all have never seen it. Wait, L Love, my love, you've never seen The Preacher's Wife? Y'all owe it to yourself. Y'all owe it to yourself. Just go watch it. It's a must see. Like that's like saying you never seen the Charlie Brown Christmas. I Believe in You and Me is in because I think Lionel Richie makes a cameo on the Preacher's Wife, I believe, doesn't he? I believe Lionel Richie does. I think he plays I think is Lionel Richie. Somebody plays the piano for her. I thought it was Lionel Richie. I could be wrong. Listen, John Q, I think more than half of the movie John Q, I was over here crying my eyeballs out. The way, what's the wife name? Is that Elise Neal who plays the wife in John Q? I think that's Elise Neal. But the way that woman spit more than 75% of that movie in constant tears, snot bubbles, and so forth. And I was with her. I was with her. I was with her, just snot bubbles, just crying. The way Denzel was like, my child ain't going out like this. Oh, that's Kimberly Elise. Thank you. Kimberly Elise. Thank you. I knew it was some Elise. Kimberly Elise. Thank you. Couldn't remember that woman's name. But yes, all right. So we're supposed to talk about some people. Who y'all want first? Let's get Beyonce Skank out the way first. So where's my Beyonce Skank story? Favorite, what's my favorite Christmas movie? It's probably, I'm gonna go with The Preacher's Wife because I don't like Christmas at all. But since The Preacher's Wife has so much good music, especially that Joy to the World with Georgia Mass Choir, that is Georgia Mass Choir. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that is Georgia Mass Choir that's backing up Whitney Houston. That's the choir in the church choir, I believe, is Georgia Mass. I'm almost 1,000% sure it's Georgia Mass. I could be wrong, but I think it was Georgia Mass Choir. Hey, Pinky Tiki, Shondo to you and yours, and Merry Christmas. We haven't seen Kimberly Elise in anything in a while, and she is a great actress. She is. V Carter confirmed that is Georgia Mass. I thought I was right. You know, I usually try to be up um on my music trivia. I try to be up. Y'all like how I sang that solid? Now I had to hit that low solenoid. Holy noid. You know, I can do that now. The microphone is microphoning. I didn't know she was MAGA. I didn't know she was MAGA, Xavier. I didn't know she was MAGA. That Joy to the World is so good. That's a great Joy to the World. Um, when Whitney Houston grabs that little baby Jesus and sits down and starts singing "Who Could Imagine a King?" Child, the whole movie is so good. Or when Courtney Vance is preaching and he said, "You got to lean on the Lord," and you see all of the little kids go, "Lean." You gotta go watch that. I might go watch it today myself because the preacher's wife is so good. It's so good, y'all. Listen, you got to do the lean with the little kids. Lean. If you've never seen Preacher's Wife, it's so good. It's so good. All right. It's a good movie. It is Budget Waits. It is good. It is good. So, members of the Beehive, just go ahead and prepare yourself. We don't have good news for you on this Christmas morning. I mean, it's good news for me because I don't really like Beyonce Skank like that. But for members of the Beehive, go ahead and brace yourselves. We have bad news for members of the Beehive. So Beyonce's childhood home has gone up in flames this morning. I know, I'm surprised how that happened because I know there's 24-hour a day members of the Beehive over there, kneeling at on the porch like it's some, Catholic shrine or some shrine to a religious deity. I can imagine, flowers, gifts, candles, monies, and all types of things are constantly being brought to the porch of this childhood home. But yeah, Beyonce Skank's childhood home, it has been burned down. Officials say that around 2 a.m., they responded to reports of a fire at the home located in Houston's 3rd Ward. The 2-story house was in flames, but first responders put out the fire in roughly 10 minutes. So it didn't burn to the ground. It didn't burn to the ground, but it did catch fire. Thankfully, the family, a couple with two young kids, were able to evacuate. Nobody was injured. As we previously reported, Beyonce's family bought the house way back in 1981 for $64K, but they moved out just a few years later before Solange was born in 1986. The house went for sale in 2019. Child, that one, I wouldn't necessarily call that Beyonce's house. I feel I get whatever y'all need to cling on to. Somebody did buy it, and but I mean, look at Xavier. Look at Xavier. Xavier. I don't know if Xavier is on the executive board of the Beehive. Now, So Jeff, I don't know where he at. He probably still celebrating Christmas. So Jeff is absolutely on the executive board of the Beehive. Listen, I'm surprised he didn't fall out the bushes yet. But Xavier is a lifetime member of the Beehive. He's a long-standing member. And I'm sure, like he said, he has all of the inside details of the fact that they're already raising money. The GoFundMe is already up for them to rebuild their shrine, their altar. They take, yearly pilgrimages to Houston to go and kiss the door or something like that. Like people, like Muslims go to their pilgrimage to Mecca to go kiss the black stone. This is what they do. They take a pilgrimage over to Houston to kiss the door. These people, insurance will cover it. She don't get list. It ain't Beyonce house. It ain't her house. Child, I guess. But listen, there was chestnuts roasting on an open fire, but it wasn't planned at the Beyonce shrine. And it was not me. I will state for the record, it was not me. I was not in Houston last night. I probably wouldn't burn the woman's house down anyway. I don't care enough about her to burn her house down. But when I woke up and I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. Okay. Um, yeah. I had a story on Nicki Minaj. Beyonce don't care. Beyonce probably don't even remember that house. Okay. It's just you rabid fans. Like you people have a problem. A real problem. But I'm not gonna go in on Beyonce fans. Listen, I got enough smoke with the Beehive right now. Enough smoke. I just think, you know what? You know what this is, Xavier? I am owed this moment because I talked very nicely about her earlier this week. Remember, I did a whole like 5 minutes where I talked so great about her. I talked about how great she was. I talked about we were talking about the L'Oreal challenge on TikTok. And so with the L'Oreal challenge, it took us back to Dreamgirls. And so I got a chance to talk well about Beyonce Skank. I said some great things. Y'all remember y'all was here? Wasn't I, Tracy? I was very good to Beyonce Skank. I was very nice. I talked really well. That's my favorite. That is my favorite iteration of Beyonce. I don't even like her throughout the movie, but when that woman does that Dream Girls, I'm here for it. It's the spin at the end for me. It's always the spin. You better spin, whore. Spin, bitch. But yeah. So in Nicki Minaj news, since we pissed off the Barbs, let's just go ahead and piss off the Beehive. Let's just go ahead and piss off the Barbs too. I don't know who's worst. I don't know who's more like rabid dogs, be it the Beehive or the Barbs, but both of them are equally horrible. So, according to complex.com, one of the accusers of her husband, Kenneth Petty, they have amended the complaint and are including evidence from the original case. And so now Nicki Minaj is no longer a defendant in this new complaint. Hey, Abby. Merry Christmas. Look at Abby. Abby done fell out the bushes just because I said something nice about y'all. Let me pause. Barbs, put your knives away. Barbs, give me a second. Put your serrated knives away. Barbs, give me 90 seconds to talk good about Beyonce Skank for the Beehive members. Beehive members, I know I started with bad news. The fact that somebody burnt that woman's childhood house down, not knowing that she wasn't in there. However, 90 seconds of good Beyonce. The best iteration of Beyonce I've ever seen is on Dreamgirls when she's singing, "We're your dream girl, oh, yeah, yeah." That Beyonce was beautiful. her voice was immaculate. And for me to say her voice was immaculate, y'all know that I'm saying something. But her voice, I think to me, that was one of the flaws of the remake of Dreamgirls. In the original Dreamgirls, Sheryl Lee Ralph ain't no singer like that. So it further exacerbated what the writers were trying to do, showing you that she had no damn reason being the leader of that goddamn group. Sheryl Lee Ralph can't sing like that. She ain't got no business over here leading no group, but due to unfair, all of that stuff, the whole plot line of the movie. But Beyonce can sing. And Beyonce sang that goddamn Dream Girl like it was going out of style. When there is one part in the middle, she hit her hips, tap tap. I was like, bitch, you better hit your hips and shake, bitch. I was like, she did that. But at the end, when that woman says, all you got to do is dream, that woman hit that spin like she's Linda Carter in Wonder Woman. Bitch, let me tell you something. I got life abundant. For a tiny fraction of the second, if she could have just kept doing that, I might have became a member of the Beehive, but she stopped spinning. But at the end of the spin, she does this little thing like this with her arm, where she reaches her arm out at the end of the spin. That's just everything. Shout out to Beyonce. The woman gave me life eternal. Life eternal. But we saw that because of the L'Oreal challenge on TikTok. I'm gonna go and watch the L'Oreal. If you haven't seen the L'Oreal challenge on TikTok, what do people do this? It's so funny. It is hilarious. I'm just saying. That doggone L'Oreal challenge is just stupid. If you have not seen it, oh my god, it is so hilarious. But yes, that's my own that listen. I ain't said nothing else good about that woman. That's all she gets. Cause then she blew it for me when she tried to sing, when she oversung that Listen song, and then she blew it, and I was like, "Yep, back on the hate train for Beyonce." Right, she stopped spinning Pinky Tiki, and after that, I didn't have them. White China White, Merry Christmas. Listen, the woman stopped spinning, and I stopped liking her after that. Just saying, she just should have kept spinning. Listen, Abby, that challenge is freaking hilarious. I will play it, but baby, I'm not getting no copyright claims to strike for y'all because they'll hop on me real fast. So you good now, Abby? I done said something good about y'all girl, Beyonce. Moving on, let me piss off the barbs. Let me read this real fast and piss off the barbs. Kenneth Perry's accuser, Jennifer Hoff, in his 1994 rape case, has amended her complaint to include more evidence from the case while also removing Nicki Minaj as a defendant. I'm just going to stop right there because that's all the barbs care about. Let's be clear. Even though you're removed from the complaint, you're not removed from being someone married to a whole ass sex offender. How about that? You're still married to someone who's a whole ass sex offender. I just want to go on record saying that, which tells me tells me the caliber of, vetting you do when choosing a mate. I mean, you go from an ass clown like Safari to a sex offender. I just don't. You're married to a whole ass sex offender, ma'am, and you be out here windmilling for that man, looking like a whole ass clown. But what do we expect? It's Nicki Minaj. I think, I'm gonna tell y'all really what I think will happen. I think a mild form of sepsis or something has set in and creeped into her brain. Because I swear sometimes the things that she does, the things that she says, just absolutely come out of left field. Like sometimes I'll hear things that she's done or said and say, is this like freaking bizarro world? But when you have questionable choicing and selection skills and vetting processes, these happen. These things happen. So she's been removed from the lawsuit, but ma'am, you're still married to a whole ass sex offender. You can't be removed from that until you get divorced. And the way you windmilling for this man, It don't look like you getting divorced, but who knows? I mean, this is Nicki Minaj we're talking about. I mean, it's Nicki Minaj. She's riddled and mired in bad, decisions. It's Nicki Minaj. If Nicki Minaj, I can say, um, her and the Barbs are ridiculous. They are ridiculous. I can say one good thing about Nicki Minaj. The only good thing about Nicki Minaj is when she's a feature on someone's song. If it's her song, it's going to be trash. But when she's featured, like if it's somebody else's song and she's a feature, she does real well. Her own music's trash. That's kind of like Pharrell Williams. Pharrell Williams will write the hell out of a song for you, okay? But his own stuff, I'd be like, uh, I'm just saying. But Nicki Minaj's features, I'm just saying. Anyway, I, ju- I don't like her. I just really don't. I just really don't. I mean, she, dare I say it? Now, this is going to be complete hyperbole when I say this, but y'all going to see a little truth to this. Could she actually be the older version of Krishan Rock, like the groaner version of Krishan Rock? Or is that left to Joseline Hernandez? Like, I don't know. I feel well, yeah. It would be Joseline because at least Nicki Minaj has a career. Sean Rock does not have a career, will not have a career, and is a proverbial hashtag ABC. Can I get a hashtag ABC in the goddamn chat? Because now that we've mentioned her, a bitch can't. Let me move on. Listen, we're traveling down this rabbit hole. I don't have the energy to travel down the rabbit hole with her. Um Now, according to complex.com, even though Nicki Minaj is no longer listed as a defendant in the complaint, um her name is mentioned several times in court documents. You still married to this man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hey, Sharice, what's good, boo? But Diamond Pearl Gem, you could kind of see traces of what I said being true. Part of what I said is just not totally, but bad choicing skills, bad decision making, just overall awful human being. Mm. Anyway, let's get down to our two feature stories. Those were not our feature stories of the day. So our first feature story, Ebby, I know you have some things to say about this first one. Simone Biles, I told y'all when we talked about this on Silly Saturday, I told y'all to let it go. Stop complaining about this situation because y'all were not going to win this argument. And she is proving what I said to be correct. So Simone Biles took to social media with a message. Excuse me. And on her message, let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on. Just want y'all to see what she put up on social media. Hold on, y'all. Oh, hold on, y'all. Let me pull it up for y'all. Hold on. See if I can show this to y'all because I want y'all to see. I told y'all that y'all didn't have no reason to be over here windmilling in the streets about her husband, and her marriage, because these things never end well. That's what she got for y'all. That's what she got for y'all. Are y'all done yet? That's what she said. That's with the little girl picture. Are y'all done yet? That's what she said. Y'all done? Because I promise you, me and my husband over here happy as can be. He's blowing my back out. I'm hugging his meat with the jaws of life I got between my legs. We over here doing backflips and somersaults in the bed together. We opening Christmas gifts. After my career is over, I'll probably get, pregnant and give him some kids. I don't care how y'all feel. That's my husband, not y'all's. The woman is over here not being bothered with y'all. I told y'all on Saturday, do not allow yourself to get vested in this situation. People out here talking about, oh, he's horrible. He's a horrible man. How dare he say he's the catch? How dare he pretend he didn't know who she was? Let's be clear. Is it likely that he probably knew who she was? Mm-hmm. Is there a possibility that he did not? Yes, there's a possibility he did not as well. Child, what y'all got going on in my Lord? You know what I'm saying? In addition to that, what's wrong with him saying he's the catch? If he feels that way, he feels that way. Each she may feel she's the catch. He may feel he's the catch. What's wrong with somebody being confident and saying, "Do you know who I am? I am the catch." Like if I went and got married to, let me see who I want to marry. If me and Wiz Khalifa went and got married right now, I probably would be all over social media saying, "I am the catch." You know what I'm saying? Hey, by the way, y'all was out here windmilling, saying that he's misogynistic, saying that he's a horrible husband. I saw people go as far as saying, oh, he's verbally abusing her. Oh, he's gonna do horrible things to her. Get Out now. Like y'all thought she was in a female version of Get Out or something, trying to tell her to get out the marriage and everything. And that woman looking at y'all like, are y'all done? Are y'all done? The woman said, are y'all done yet? My son is 20. He knows the name Simone Biles. But but see, that might have been the situation. I could see that maybe he knew her name, but maybe, he didn't know her face like that. So maybe when he met her, he was like, hey, what's up? Didn't know her face. But then when she said, I'm Simone, and he might not have even put it together that it was Simone. If she just said, I'm Simone, he might have been like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get with, I'm about to knock this down, or what. I ain't gonna say he was trying to bang her. He probably was, I don't know. But anyway, but then when she probably said, I'm Simone Biles, then he might have said, oh, that may have been when it registered, but he didn't necessarily off the side of the road say, oh yeah, I know Simone Biles' face. You know what I'm saying? I've always had my opinion of their little relationship, but she likes it. So right. If she like it, I love it. If it's good for her, it's great for me. I really didn't have a problem with the relationship, only because I like the fact that they were both professional athletes. So um I don't I think that it works better. She got her money, she probably got a lot more money than him. And he got his money too from the NFL. I'm sure she has way more money than him. But I like the fact that they, are both athletes. They might work out together. They can understand if they be like, listen, babe, I got a trip to such and such. They understand, what it means to be an athlete that has to travel a lot and do all types of things, that has to be disciplined and conditioned. So I did like that. I think they're a cute couple. I really do. Y'all have men, Y'all may have so many excuses for him. I'm not making excuses for the man. I'm telling you what the woman said. The woman said, "Are y'all done yet?" Because she'll know what y'all over here windmilling for because y'all ain't married to him. I'm just telling you what the girl said. I shouldn't say girl. The woman said, the lady said, "Are y'all done yet?" Because that's her husband and she don't care how y'all feel. It's the fact that all the headlines read Simone Biles' husband. Sir, clearly she is the catch. But okay, Keke Palmer. See, this is not a Keke Palmer situation. Like, we can't just run out there and say this is a Keke Palmer situation. We have no evidence of that. Now, if things come out and we find out that he over there doing bad things to her, then we can make that assumption. But we can't go on record and say, oh, this is a whole Keke Palmer situation. Let's be clear. I don't have a problem with their relationship, but he basically saying she was a bird chasing after him. I think we're taking it too far. It could have been just like I said. Maybe when he first saw her, he didn't know, okay, that's Simone Biles until she said something. It's Tiana Taylor 2.0. Those guys, listen. She going to stay with that boy. She really, 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 really likes him. She does. That's what I'm saying. Let the people be. The woman said, "Are y'all done yet?" The lady said, "Are y'all done yet?" Because I'm happy over here. Y'all over here. And let's be clear. We live in the social media age and the information age where hyperbole is the rule of the day. Everything is over analyzed, everything is over exaggerated, everything is so hyperbolic. And so any little anything, even if somebody misspoke, it came out wrong, you get one time because the first time you misspeak and the first time it comes out wrong, people take it, run with it, analyze it, break it down. I'll give you a perfect example. Look at the whole situation this week with Oprah and Taraji P. Henson, where this girl had went on TikTok and had a whole breakdown as if she was some expert in kinesiology and how the body moves and body language, and had them went through this whole long song and dance about, oh, this shows you that Oprah can't stand Taraji and their relationship. And it was, and everybody and the people involved was like, what? Bitch, what? How do we know that it may be a situation where Simone liked that about him, that at first he didn't know who she was? I could see that being a thing because she might be like, hey, I'm Simone Biles. I am, my face is all over the place. My name is all over the place. And somebody who legitimately says when they first met me, they didn't recognize me or they didn't know me. So they got a chance to meet me and try to get to know me. She might have appreciated that more, and that might have been what helped them get closer. But y'all want to listen. Anytime, listen, I am not a member of the manosphere. I'm not, a red pill guy or anything like that. However, I will say sometimes people just be putting 20 on 10 with a lot of stuff. I'm just saying. I mean, people, got him being, somebody who, abuses her or telling Simone, oh my God, he's gonna abuse you. You may be a victim of domestic violence. They got all kinds of stuff going on already. Okay. Two Geeks and a Nerd production. I will admit people going to make their bad choices and justify them. I am learning to let these people be because they don't want you to point out red flags. They're going to do what they want to do. That's true too. And at the end of the day, Two Geeks and a Nerd production. Thank you for popping out the bushes. If Simone is, because we've seen that too. We've seen ladies that try to cover up for their man, that try to, be in the streets windmilling for their husband and their man. and we come to find out that they were just suffering in silence and trying to protect the marriage, inevitably, I think that'll come out as well. I think inevitably that'll come out as well. But if the woman said, "Are y'all done yet?" Because the difference between her and Kiki, I don't remember Kiki telling us to leave her and her baby daddy alone. Maybe she did, and I just don't remember. Did Kiki come out and say leave her and her baby daddy alone when that whole situation happened with the Usher thing? When the Usher thing first came out, did Kiki come out here and say leave me and my baby daddy alone? I don't remember her doing that. I'm just saying. But that woman is over there giving that man the good. I mean, he blowing her back out, not blowing it back out to the point that she can't go do a double triple vault double height, with a landing dip spin. You know what I'm saying? Um, but tell him no more interviews and it'll blow over. It will. Hey, thank you so much. You just joined. Well, thank you for joining me. But listen, um, the man is fine, Joshua. Joshua, where you been? I ain't seen you in a minute, Joshua. You've been missing for a few months now. I'm glad you're here, Joshua. The man is fine. Now he is fine. Simone Biles is a very beautiful woman too, but the man is fine. Cha, cha. Okay, she is more like Tiana Taylor. Her famous athlete husband is less famous than she is. Well, there's that. You don't understand her at all. Even J12, J12, aka said the man is fine. Ooh, child. The man is fine. Fine. Child. Oh, you haven't been around here the last few days. Quintessential. We got a new microphone as well. A nice, Shure microphone and stuff. Hmm. We doing the damn thing over there. We're jazzing things up for 2024. I'm thinking about going back old school and put my ABC 1, 2, 3 back here so y'all can see that as well. We doing our thing. You and the spin on the names, child. Just saying. I'm just saying. But I, the woman said leave her and her man alone. Are y'all done yet? Uh, Are y'all done yet? Quintessential, where were you when I showed you the snacks? I did this just for you earlier, Quintessential. You wasn't even paying attention. I went and got some Samoas. Well, the Keebler version of the Samoas. Child. And of course, I only have 3 boxes left of these, y'all. And I promised myself I wasn't going to buy anymore so I can start to wean myself off. So let's talk about she's a pick me. Oh, child. I wouldn't go that far. I think that's a bit much, Joshua. So let's talk about Mr. Um, Thomas Dexter. Let's talk about Thomas Dexter. So the last 72 hours, the collective world has been in an uproar. The Keebler version tastes just like the Girl Scout cookie ones. It makes me feel like Girl Scouts of America use the same recipe, or Keebler is the one who supplies Girl Scouts of America. Okay. Thomas Dexter is in the news. Let's talk Thomas Dexter. TD Jakes. Let's talk Thomas Dexter. So Thomas Dexter, yesterday was Sunday. It was Christmas Eve. He had on his frosted velvet. What is that velvet? Red blazer. Christmas for Christmas. He had all the kids there. I watched it. They had, at one point, I think I saw like 61,000 people in the chat on I watched it on YouTube. Um, I heard they have a Christmas tree cake ice cream. I ain't had it yet, Montrez, but I heard, I'm kind of scared it's not gonna be as good, but we gonna see. So let's talk about our resident power bottom, Thomas Dexter. Mm. So listen, he had on that crushed velvet, red blazer, trying to catch him a new piece of meat. You know, he looked like he had went and hit the treadmill. He did look a little slimmer yesterday. He went and hit that good treadmill. Let's be clear. Thomas Dex, he went on the offense yesterday, or so he thought. He went on the offense yesterday, but really the whole thing was defense. Why? Because he's used to playing defense. Now, y'all, let me explain used to playing defense. Now, y'all know over here, we, conflate tops and bottoms. We don't just say tops and bottoms over here or verse. We say offense, defense, and special teams. Offense being the people scoring or driving into the end zone. Defense being people protecting the end zone and protecting the other team from getting into the end zone, and special teams go both ways. So our bottoms are defense, our tops are offense, and versus special teams. Now, according to y'all, allegedly, he ain't just playing defense, he's a defensive lineman. Okay? He's a power bottom, a defensive lineman. So he went on defense yesterday. Here's the thing. People gonna think what they want to think. And I think he knows that. Parts of what he said yesterday was okay. Parts of it, I was like, bruh, you're not helping your cause. You are not helping your cause. Let me say what I feel, and then I'll break down some of what he said yesterday that I thought was the most problematic. Hey, Aaron, aka Zap. You got me hooked on Luther's Oh. Listen, Aaron, did I not tell you Luther's Oh Come All Ye Faithful is my favorite? That's like my favorite Christmas song. Oh Come All Ye Faithful by Luther. That junk goes out. The whole second half of that song, when they modulate and everything, and Luther just starts singing, Luther sings the hell out of that song. You know I'm gonna listen to that about 35 times a day, Aaron. Thank you. Thank you for that. Anyway, it was a Sunday. It's football, Tracy. We are talking football. So not make it so graphic. Not that we're not about making shit graphic over here. Anyway, you're welcome, Aaron. I got a whole bunch of Christmas music you could listen to, but the "Oh Come All You Faithful" by Luther, it's the GOAT right there. Wait, L Love, she's the cat. You got to catch up, L Love. Somebody tell L Love to press the live button. I think L Love is behind. So listen, I do not believe. I believe that when Thomas Dexter went to parties by Diddy, I believe that it was very innocuous, very innocent. I don't believe by any stretch of the imagination that Thomas Dexter did anything sexual at any of P. Diddy's parties. I don't believe he was at any of P. Diddy's sex parties or anything of that nature. P. Diddy is not looking to have sex with Thomas Dexter. There's no anything. Now, two things can be true at once. While I believe wholeheartedly that he had nothing to do with anything Sean Combs, P. Diddy related, sex or anything. Listen, P. Diddy don't want no parts of him. Nobody at a P. Diddy sex party wants it. If first of all, if a preacher or pastor for if Thomas Dexter walks in your room butt ass naked, I'm sorry. The factory stops working. We close down shop and we go to fuck home. Let's be clear. If Thomas Dexter bring his gray-haired fat ass into the party, talking about it's time for the get down to the get down, please be clear. I told y'all the other day, nobody wants any parts of thinking about Thomas Dexter sexually, not even Sarita, and that's his wife. So, if Thomas Dexter, let's throw that out there, he is nothing. He is to someone, just not to Diddy and the people down to Diddy's Christmas parties. Let's be clear. I'm not Christmas parties, sex parties. Now let's be clear. So let's throw that out the window. Do I believe that Thomas Dexter might be over there being a whole ass power bottom and doing things with people? I absolutely the fuck do. That doesn't mean that he's, necessary. He may be bisexual. I don't know. I don't know how that man, I don't know his sexual proclivities. I don't know what his get down is. I'm just speculating. We're just speculating. We're just speculating. Now, what I can see is this, and we see this oftentimes in the church, in the black church specifically. What is P. Diddy's type? Well, from what the people are saying, he likes some young, he like young tenderonis. People say P. Diddy like young tenderonis. Thomas Dexter ain't a young tenderoni at all. So now, Thomas Dexter, to me, does what you see a lot of times in the black church. Let's break this down. What we see a lot of times in the black church. In the black church, many people, many pastors use the pulpit to cover their own sins, their own sexual aversions, their own deviance. The pulpit is used, the pastoral garments are used as a covering for them and their own sexual deviance and sexual aversions. And to add insult to injuries, see, you got a lot of people. Let's go, let's deep dive. You got a lot of people. If you study the story of a lot of pastors and people in the pulpit, you learn that not all of them, but many of them in their earlier lives before they became a pastor, they were introverted. They were people who were picked on in school. They weren't necessarily the life of the party. They had trauma from early on, not always as a child, but maybe early in their adult life, that forced them into the shadows, that made them not be as gregarious around the rest of us. And then what happens? They get saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost and the mighty burning fire. And many of them immediately use the church as their escape from all of the stuff that they have going on. So by them using the church as that escape, they become quick learners. They do a lot of studying, they research, they are at the church early and leave the church late. They get very vested and involved. And when they become, because they become quick learners and well invested, they quickly rise. Some of them have even meteoric rises within the respective church, and they go and get in the pulpit, and now that attention that they never got, now they have all of the attention on them. And if they can hoop, holler, and rightly divide the word in biblical circles, rightly divide it, they become, like people say, almost deified. They can't do wrong. People put them on pedestals. And I'm not saying, I'm not brushing all pastors with this general stroke, but you see this a lot. So you got someone who rises meteorically. They can give a good word of advice. Why? Psychologists and therapists will tell you people who are often um, relegated to the shadows, people who are often introverted, generally have a lot to say because they've watched everything, generally know a lot about um, um, anthropology, and know a lot about the involvement between people because they've sat back and they've looked and they've watched and they've assessed and they've looked at everything going on, so they can give you some great advice. And so you couple that with the Bible, you couple that with the fact that the Black church traditionally has been the center of the Black community. Going back to when we were first brought over here from Africa, we were force fed Christianity, and that was the only thing that many of us had to cling to, that because that was the one commonality. Remember, slaves came over here from different tribes. They came over here speaking different languages, having different religions, different cultures, different everything. So the one thing that could bring them together was their trauma. The other thing that could bring them together is this being force fed this religion. So that was something that all of that united the Black community, even to this, well, not so much today, but traditionally the Black community. So let's bring this back to Thomas Dexter. I believe that, like many pastors, he may have a proclivity to say, he may be bisexual. He may be, like to, to enjoy the sexual pleasures of men, which is okay. Let's be clear. There are first ladies all over America, from sea to shining sea, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, that know full well that they're a whole ass beard, meaning their man, their husband, the good man, the pastor, the demigod that's in the pulpit every day, every Sunday, don't want no parts of their ass. They've had coitus, probably can count maybe on two hands, excuse me, less than two hands, and thank God during those few times they had coitus, she got pregnant and they had kids, which could help justify the whole I'm a heterosexual, I got a wife and kids situation. But let's be clear. There are countless scores of pastors' offices with locks on them, where the lock is always on. You don't go up to that office unless you knock first or you call on the phone first. And what I mean by that is there are things going on in that office that you can't even imagine. Do you know how many um yeah, I'm going to give you two scenarios. Do you know how many because the pastor, if he's a male pastor, is seen as the example. I told y'all they're deified. And so, do you know how many men go to their pastors for advice? How many men seek wisdom from their pastor? Take, because they know maybe their lives or whatnot isn't where it should be. Their trajectory of their life isn't going in the trajectory that they thought. So they go to somebody who they believe is the aficionado, somebody who they're supposed to go to, who's supposed to be knowledgeable, who's supposed to have sound doctrine behind them, who's supposed to tell them the way to make themselves better. And in the process, fall victim. Well, the road that I'm not going to go down with you all today, and I'm not going down the road of, with the little kids, not doing that. That's a whole different ballgame. I'm not equating any parts of that. So please don't introduce that part of it. I'm not going down that road with the kids. Not doing that today. We're talking about all adults. Okay. Yes, Fran J. Insulated walls as well. If you know, in most churches, the pastor's office is not easily accessible. They purposely make it in a place where the pastor is supposed to be able to get away from the hustle and bustle of everything going on in the rest of the church, because they got other people to handle that. So let's go back to what we're going to. So you got the first type of people, men who go to their pastor and seek the advice of that pastor. They go to that pastor vulnerable. They go to that pastor in and are open to going to the pastor because he's a man. In many cases, he's a black man, and he is someone who they feel like, if it's anybody I can let my guard down with, it is him. Many of them have the story where they've been taken advantage of. Many of them. Many of them also know full well that them versus the pastor is going to get believed. Then you got scenario number two. Scenario number two is that man who doesn't necessarily um have the wife and kids. That man who's looking for um for acceptance. Do you know how many men, late teens, I'm talking 18, 19, early 20s, are at that pivotal stage where they realize there's not something's not quite right here? I've been told all my life that just need to go to the church, pray it away, get more invested in God, go get delivered, and all of these things. So what do? They go seeking the advice of this pastor. They go to this person that they revere, this person who, from the outside the pastor's office, is married, has kids, is well established, has a lot of money, is well respected, has all of the right words to say, has all of the right advice. So they go to him looking for acceptance. Many of them are in the LGBTQ community. Many of them are gay, or bisexual. Let's be clear. And they're going looking for advice. They're going trying to go to this pastor who's going to give them the right words to make it right, make it better, make it go away like they want it to. And in the process of them doing that, here we have this person taking advantage of them. And let me tell you how many of them do it. What they do is they'll do this. Oh, I have a work for you. God has a work for you. There's ministry in you. You need to be in the ministry. See, it'll start off in the right direction. Because what the pastor does is he's testing the waters. He wants to get them in that inner circle where you're forced to trust him and keep the secrets. So they'll start off giving them little menial tasks. And when they're successful, each time they get closer and closer to the inner circle, then they become armor bearers or aide de camps or administrative assistants. And then once you do that, that's when you get in the circle where things start to happen. This is where the power bottom of Thomas Dexter may, I stress may, this is all alleged, but may have come out. Because what happens is that young man, many of them 18, 19, probably to about 26. That's usually the age range. Once you get 30, you aged out. I'm just being honest, you aged out. Well, maybe not for Thomas Dexter because he's, almost 70. So maybe not so much, but you do get to a point where you're aged out. But what happens is what Thomas Dexter dangles in front of them, because now you don't got too close to the sun. Now you see yourself in leadership. Maybe you don't got on the church payroll. Maybe you don't got to, do more things, go certain places, travel with the bishop and everything. So now you done flew a little too close to the sun and you don't want to give that up. So now there's the touch on the thigh. Now there's the, oh, can you help me put on my robe? All of that kind of stuff. Yeah, can you help me put on my robe? All kinds of stuff. Now it's 11:30 at night. We still in your office talking about we doing ministry work. You need me to give you a ride home? And now all kinds of things happen. Oh yeah, we're taking this trip to we taking this trip over to Chicago. No, the wives ain't going. It's just a ministry trip. So it's just me and my armor bearers, me and my aide de camps. Ain't none of our wives coming. Oh, you know what? We trying to save some money, so we gonna share this hotel room because we're not trying to spend all of the church's money. Or rather than share hotel rooms, we have adjoining rooms. That's where the pot of power bottom comes in. Because now in these quiet circles, because see, these are the most innermost circles. Now, one thing about these people, they're not sloppy. They're not sloppy. They cover their tracks. And in some cases, they take people out, but they cover their tracks. So that's why they wait. They play the long game. They'll wait until this person is in the innermost circle. So they have a lot to lose if they lose um the attention, the respect, or the support of this pastor. So now this is where the point where those people in the innermost circle, please be clear. If toot that thing up, mommy, make it roll was a person, mm, according to allegations, Thomas Dexter might know a little thing about toot that thing up, mommy, make it roll. I'm just saying. That young man, then you got the allegations of people being $100,000 ankle holders. I'm just saying. And the larger the church gets, the more notoriety that bishop or pastor gets, the more powerful they get, the more they feel like they're untouchable, the more they feel like I don't care what happens, ain't nobody gonna snitch on me because it's my word against theirs, and nobody's ever gonna believe them over me. So if this is actually the real about Thomas Dexter, I don't believe has any parts to do with P. Diddy. But does it have a lot to do with some of the men that's down to the church? That I can see all day long. That I can see all day long. All day long. It's a whole lot of pastors out there. There's a very real reason why many, many denominations are adamant and vehement about the fact that they will have no women in the pulpit. And I'm going to just let that linger right there. See, this is the type of conversation that the people don't want to have. The people want to attack the salacious parts of it. Oh, he down to the P. Diddy's. Oh, and see, that's the kind of stuff that's easily talked down from Thomas Dexter. Thomas Dexter could easily say, knock up, P Diddy is probably. I don't see why P Diddy ain't already out there saying Thomas Dexter ain't never been at one of my parties. He got enough going on though. But if somebody within the Potter's house made these claims, see, the lie is started with what could have been an exaggeration, a false truth, a lie, but that exaggeration and false truth may now open the door for somebody down to the Potter's house to say, yeah, or a former, and it's usually a former member of the Potter's house to come out and say, let me tell you about what happened back in 2008. hmm Hey, MBN, Merry Christmas, my love. You jet lag? All right, boom. You get you some rest. But do y'all see where I'm going with this? Well, do y'all see? See, people are focused on and that's how these things happen. People get focused on the wrong things. Hey, David, people get focused on the wrong things. So everybody's eyes are averted to the salacious. Oh, he a power bottom. Oh, he over here with P. Diddy at the sex parties and all of that. And none of the sex parties with P. Diddy things are true. But I want to know who's doing the real investigative reporting. Who's going and talking to former members? You know, what's the name of the man? I've been hearing people talking about. I can't think of the man's name, but there was a guy who was Thomas Dexter's armor bearer or aide de camp or administrative assistant or whatever that magically turned up dead. That's allegedly. Well, he is dead. He is dead. But they're allegate. I was watching Larry Reed. Larry Reed was talking about how there's several members of that camp that were real close. Like I told y'all, they in the inner circle. He tried something. They was like, no, da 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 da. And then they had evidence of him doing something. And well, after they said no, he fires them. They say, oh, I do got this evidence of such and such, and then magically he rehires them in a higher position. It's out there. That's where the rubber's going to hit the pavement for Thomas Dexter. Thomas Dexter can get on TV like he did yesterday and crush the velvet. What is that velvet? And clap his hands and all of that and talk about the freaks and everything. Talk about the fact that, but listen, when you start hearing people from out of the church, that's where he's going to go radio silent. And you already got that. See, people thought the setup yesterday when he said, and if I did do it, all I have to do is go and repent and be washed with the blood of da 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 da. The if I did do it was not about the P. Diddy's sex parties and all of that stuff. What that was about, that's the covering already. See, you mark my words, that's the covering for if and when a former member of the team, a former member of that inner circle comes out and says, hey, he did such and such, and I have evidence of such and such. There, you then have the setup. I fully expect within the next, before we get to Valentine's Day, I fully expect there to be a sermon from this man that talks about forgiveness, that talks about the prodigal son or something like that, that talks about the sea of forgetfulness and all of I fully expect that talks about the woman at the well, that talks about the he that is without sin throw the first stone. I fully expect a message like that. PB. Wait, who is PB, David? Jogging backwards. All boys. No, for like I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who PB is. Um, but I just think because let's be clear, I don't. I don't think it'll be Jimmy Swaggart style. I don't think that he'll be. I don't think. Oh, wasn't power about take that twerking backwards on all fours. No, oh, the power about. Okay, I got you. I got you. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be Jimmy Swaggart style. I think it's going to be a setup. I don't think because see Jimmy Swaggart happened after he was already um you know shunned and embarrassed and everything that came out about Jimmy Swaggart and he was crying and stuff like that. I think this message that Thomas Dexter's going to give is going to be the setup. See, what usually happens is we don't see a lot of behind the scenes stuff. What happens is these people in positions of power oftentimes are not surprised. You don't see surprise, 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 surprise. You don't get that. Their legal team, their team of publicists and they know ahead of time. But because of the hubris and the ego of a lot of these people, they just be like, I'm not gonna bother, getting involved with salacious stuff like that. I don't even care. They think that they are too powerful and above it all. And so what I'm saying is I could see Ravine where his publicist, his legal team, somebody gets word that, hey, so and so does have credible receipts and are saying pay him some money or do this or whatever, or it's gonna get out there. And then I could see him coming out with a sermon. Not he's not going to acknowledge it at first. He's going to call their bluff. But in the process of him calling their bluff, I could see him doing a whole message where he's talking about forgiveness, being forgiving, repenting. He that is without sin cast the first stone. The woman, this woman at the well, all kinds of stuff like that, prodigal son type stuff. So that then after he's given that sermon, which is the precursor, allegations come out, and then he can lean back on that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, the salacious part of it, the whole child. Thomas Dexter on all fours. Listen, when you call somebody a power bottom, and we learned the other day that we have several power bottoms that frequent the chat. Shout out to all of the power bottoms in the chat. Shout out to all the power bottoms in the chat. Just saying. Shout out to all my power bottoms out there. We love y'all. Live in your truth. Listen. The people love them a good power bottom. I'm just saying. Love them a good power bottom. Exactly, Tracy. But what I'm saying, he just put that little snippet in there. What I'm saying is I could see a whole sermon breaking that thing down about all you need to do is repent. Ravine says she a power bottom. Oh God. Child. We did a whole explanation of what that is the other day when this all broke out. We had a whole breakdown of what it is. We went through, as an etymologist as I am, we had to do a real etymology of power bottom. We even talked about what a slap bottom is too. And you only talk about slap bottoms in closed gay circles. There are different types of bottoms out there now. Just saying, there's levels to it. There's levels. Ravine, You be bossing and controlling your man, child. I hate the state of being. Listen. I'm just saying, Thomas Dexter, listen. Ravine, I can't even, I'm almost speechless at Ravine over here talking about she a power bottom. Somebody asked me if I was a power bottom. That would be a no. You know, we play special teams over here. Special teams. Special teams. I'm just saying. Lord. First of all, I'm not gonna go down. I was about to go down the road. Nope, not gonna go down that road. We're gonna stay above ground. We're not going down the rabbit hole with y'all. I'm not going down the rabbit hole with y'all. Now, who does give me power bottom? Now let's be clear. Now P. Diddy is the one who give me power bottom. That's the bitch who, if it was anybody who was a power bottom, allegedly, I would say it was P. Diddy. He's the one who give you power. He's the one who give me power bottom, not. Yeah. That, now, if you want to know what a power bottom is, P. Diddy, he's the power bottom. Please, please, please. We even talked about a power bottom's favorite position and described it in graphic details as only we can over here. No, Josh. Diddy gives me Diddy gives me that, depending on who's in the room, he'll try to play verse, but really ain't verse. He gives me straight power bottom. So Jeff, where the hell you been? Oh, I know where you were. You were at the executive board meeting of the Beehive talking about the rebuilding of the Beyonce shrine because her house got burned to the ground this morning. And you was at the executive board meeting where y'all were talking about the setup of the GoFundMe to rebuild the shrine to Beyonce Skank down there to the 3rd ward of the great city of Houston. I even said something good about Beyonce Skank this morning. You'd be proud of me. Not a blouse. mm, mm, mm. If I'm being honest, before I called Thomas Dexter a power bottom, he gives me a sloppy bottom. That's what he gives. He gives sloppy bottom, not power bottom. Sloppy bottom. Anyone and everyone can get it. I don't even get that from him. I get that he'll give you that outwardly, but when the door closes, I'm just saying. But yeah, if Thomas Dexter was anything, child, it would be a sloppy bottom. I'm not. Ravine, I'm not answering that question. I'm not. Oh. Oh man. Y'all are stupid. Hold on. Somebody just texted me. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Listen. I don't see Diddy as a blouse. However, just to answer your question, Ravine, no, a blouse is a femme top. A blouse is a like the actual clothing is a feminine top that a woman wears. A blouse is a fem top. These people keep texting me, God. Don't you hate all of the Christmas morning texts? My God. If your Christmas morning texts don't say it's Christmas morning, come give me some Christmas meat or come get some of this Christmas cake, then we don't want it. These other Jesus God. Lord. Lord. Child. Child. Listen. Joshua, we can't give out all of the lingo, all of the terms, all of the vernacular, because when we throw these terms out there, then people start to ask all of these questions that we end up having to answer. Like I told y'all, I had to answer a lot of questions from straight people asking me what was a power bottom because everybody wanted to know. Lord. I don't even know what happened. I've been working. The holidays is my busiest time. Let me check in with the hot child. Now you're supposed to know these things, so Jeff. You're an executive board member of the Beehive. Yeah. Yeah. Ravine. Thank you, Ravine. Thank you for your cash out, Ravine. And Merry Christmas to you, my love. We are out here. We are out here doing the Lord's work. Doing the Lord's work. So now y'all have a few terms. I told y'all what you learned over here what a power bottom was. We learned what a slap bottom is. On that line, we learned what a power bottom is. We learned what a slap bottom is. You know what a beard is, and now you know what a blouse is. We're here to educate the people. We are here to educate the people. So now you know the definition of a beard. Well, most people knew what a beard was, and now you know the definition of a blouse. I'm just saying. Well, thank you, so Jeff. Thank you. I do the best I can. We're not doing no more terms. Listen, those of us in the G corridor down here to the Rainbow Coalition compound, we can't be over here giving out all of our terms. The straight community has taken enough of our lingo, of our vernacular. We have no more to give. Some things we just have to keep for ourselves. Lord. Some things we got to keep for ourselves. You just learned what a switch is. Listen, I just learned what a side was about 6 weeks ago because I didn't know what a side was. So Jeff. So what is a sloppy bottom? Mm-mm. 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 I'm not doing. Thank you, MVM, for your Christmas gift. Thank you so much. MVM also sent the cash app. Thank you, MVM, for your Christmas gift. I know she might be resting now because she says she jet lagged. But listen, I will never forgive the straights for taking tea. Right. There are certain terms that I'm eternally. I remember in the early 2000s when I started hearing people say that, straight people say that, and I would be looking like, girl, you know, child. Oh, you missed the slap bottom. Listen, I'm going to encourage. I'm trying to see what live it was. It was the live. It was a run your mouth. I'm gonna tell you which one. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you which live it was. It was. I think. I think it was the live for no damn reason when we talked about TD Jakes. I think TD Jakes was the live from Thursday when we did live for no damn reason, where we talked about a slap bottom. Child. A slap bottom is a don't touch me bottom. They don't even want you to know that they have a peen. They don't want you to touch it. They don't want you to acknowledge it. They just like to get plowed. Hmm. That's just a slap bottom. Just a slap bottom. Don't even come to them talking about. They don't even want you to know that they did get hard. Mm-mm. Don't touch it. Don't look at them. The kind that want you to have sex with them, and they'll keep a jock strap on her the whole time, just to keep you from touching it. Hmm. See, we don't went down this rabbit hole. How did we get here? How did we get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. Side is just stupid. And if anybody ever comes up to me talk about their side, get the fuck away from me. Just go away forever. Just go the fuck away forever. Oh, now, but we used to have a lot more terms. Josh, we used to have Butch Queen, it used to be Butch Bunny, Film Queen. There used to be a lot more terms, and a lot of the terms have gone um are dead now. So they lump a lot of what used to be a lot of different categories of people are lumped into Butch Queen now. So yeah. Because a lot of people that people call butcher queens now, back in the day, they would have been butch bunnies. They would have been butch bunnies. But that's a whole different story. That's a whole different lesson that we'll teach another day. Not today. Not today. But mm-hmm. Child care. I was trying to be verse for I'm trying to gonna try to be c- come over here to special teams. So Jeff, it's so much fun. It's so much more fun in special teams. That's your New Year's resolution. The people, Jeff. You know what they say that Haitian meat over there is. You know what they say about the Haitian meat over there. I'm just saying. I know you over there working with some Haitian. Jeff, are you making soup jumu on my birthday? Is your people gonna make some soup jumu on my birthday? So Jeff, am I coming to your house for some soup jumu on my birthday? Hicks his mouth to even say if I did it. If I did do it, say, oh, L Love is still behind. L Love, press the live button. L Love, press the live. But listen, I definitely I know that it's Christmas for a lot of people. Oh, your mom is making it. Okay, good. You haven't learned how to make it yet. Yet, Jeff, you got to learn how to make it. Like that's a part of your culture, Jeff. You got to learn how to make the soup. Got to learn it. Got to learn it. So, I know it's Christmas and a lot of people don't care for Christmas. I personally don't care for Christmas, but that's because my birthday is too close to Christmas and I don't like the fact that I don't get birthday gifts or Christmas gifts. I get one or the other or nothing. So what'll happen is I will usually get nothing because people will say, "Oh, I'm saving your birthday gift. I mean your Christmas gift for your birthday." And then when my birthday comes, they say, "Oh, I'm broke from Christmas." So I usually don't get anything. But oh, you asked her to teach you? Good, good, good. Yeah, you got to learn the soup. I always say the things that are a part of your culture, you need to know how to do. Like every holiday, I take and I make something that I learned from my grandmother, that's a part of our family. Um Now, what my grandmother was most famous for, I didn't learn because I don't really eat it like that, and I didn't want to learn. But that's peach cobbler. My grandmother was matter of fact, there were a few stores in Miami that my grandmother would make peach cobbler, and they would sell it out of their stores. Um. Anyway, my aunt knows that recipe like the back of her hand. What I make is traditional soul food. You got to know how to make dressing. You got to know how to make greens. You got to know how to barbecue. You got to know. um how to do a lot of baking. Like in my family, we do a lot of baking. So you had to learn how to make homemade biscuits. I make a lot of cakes, cheesecakes. Um, you got to know how to make sweet potato pie. Things that are part of your culture. You need to know that. I'm just saying. What I do is I govern myself accordingly. Okay. Since I don't like Christmas, I rarely give Christmas gifts because I just don't like Christmas and I don't get Christmas gifts. Um, exactly, Era. How to do the electric slide? You got to know how to do the electric slide. I'm just saying. Um, but I govern myself accordingly. And see, what people forget is my birthday is January 1st, which is the first day of the year. By the time you get to some of their birthdays, they've forgotten that they didn't get me anything, and they look for me to get them something, and I look like, hey, boo, you ain't get me nothing. I won't be getting you nothing. How about that? You can't make it like your Nana Bean. Child, my grandmother's peach cobbler was legendary. Like people, oh God, from all over would be asking for it. Well, thank you, Tracy Wilson. Like I said, I'm gonna be out. I'll be out of town, but I'm gonna try to come and go live. Um, I'll come and try to come up for at least an hour on my birthday. So yeah, I'm mad I didn't get a chance to make my first corn pudding for today. I hate being sick. Oh, you sick? Oh, but just wait. You remember I was sick for Thanksgiving, so I didn't eat anything. Child, I'm just saying. Certain things like in my family, you got to know how to play spades, bid whist, and straight whist. Those are three things you got to know how to play: spades, bid whist, and straight whist. Oh, they love playing a lot of straight whist. Oh my God, yes. That. But those three, part of the culture, part of the culture. Don't come over here talk about I don't know how to play it. Mm-mm. 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 Merry Christmas to you, Katrina. Got to know these things. Okay. I swear, if one more person texts me, God, my family don't play any card. Interesting. My family plays a lot of Monopoly. Like we are serious about Monopoly in my family. And Scrabble, those two games, Monopoly and Scrabble. Listen, hey Tanya, Merry Christmas. I was gonna go to Tanya's house, but I gotta go over to my aunt's house. So I'm gonna go there probably around like when I get off here, I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm gonna try to get there by 3 o'clock. That's my goal, 3 o'clock. Those games. But yeah, Scrabble in my family. Oh yeah, it's serious. It's serious. And please be clear, there are multiple Scrabble table. There is the Scrabble table that I go and play at with my aunt and my cousin and my other aunt. When the four of us, that's the big people table. That's the Scrabble table for us experts. That's the Scrabble table where we read you if you don't use all seven letters. Well, we looking at you. Oh, you can't use all seven of your letters. Oh yeah, we got you. See, that's the Scrabble table where we don't play around. Okay. Then you have other Scrabble tables. We had a kids Scrabble table so they can start to learn and get better. And then you have the Scrabble table for people who over there that be trying. They ain't really that good, but let's be clear. When you get to the big leagues, we'll let you up at our table. Oh, I'm sorry. Merry Christmas, Tracy. W. I'm sorry. I thought I did tell you Merry Christmas. Domino. Yeah, we play dominoes. And you got to know how to play straight dominoes, but you also got to know how to play four corners and know how to count points. Because if you don't know how to play four corners and count points, then they looking at you like, why are you sitting out here at this table? Because if all you doing is matching cards, if all you're doing is matching the dots, you're not gonna make it. We don't do a lot of chess in my family. We don't. A few people coming over to your house. Okay. I know Tracy, but you ain't as sensitive as Ravine. Ravine. Did I say Merry Christmas to you, Ravine? Merry Christmas, Ravine, because I don't need you being mad. Hey, lovely 31 Blueprint. Hey, Mamiana. All you know is pity pat. Oh man, remember the little girls who used to play the little Tweety Lee? Wait, no, you used to go left. No, it was I think it was right first. Right, left, up, down, right, left, up, down, right, left, up. Remember that? Or you used to play all the little games the little girls used to play. Some of us gay boys, we used to go and play those little games with the girls too. And then we used to get picked at and forced to go play football and basketball in the middle of the street. But we just wanted to be over there playing the little games with the little girls, hopscotch and shit. And they used to force us, yeah, right, all of that. And they used to force us to go out here and play sandlot football and basketball and shit. And now you getting injured, getting scraped up and all, child. And all we want to do is being over there playing jump rope or hopscotch or, you know, just a mess. They wouldn't leave us alone. They wouldn't let us live. They would not let us live. Mm, mm, mm. Would not let us live. Po us. Po us. Po us. They did it. Right. We did so Jeff 1 2 3 red light. Yes. Mother may I and stuff. Child. OUT spells out. All that kind of stuff. They ain't let us. They will, four square box ball, yes. Now my game was tetherball. Listen. Tetherball was a game that I loved. But I think every elementary school had this one ghetto girl who had her growth spurt before everybody else. She was taller than everybody else. And she was the queen of tetherball. She would sit at the tetherball pole and just beat everybody, be there for an hour, just beating everybody. Every time you look, the ball just going over your head. You can't even hit the ball. You try to jump and hit the ball, and it's just going over your head. And she'd be like, next. 30 seconds later, next. 30 seconds later, next. Child. But I love tetherball, but you could never get tetherball out that girl's hands. The boys used to call it titty ball. Titty ball. You teaching your son backgammon? Okay. Your school didn't have a tetherball? Listen. Tetherball was so good. I heard schools don't do stuff like May Day anymore or like field day anymore. I said that's unfortunate. I was always fast, so I was always on the relay team for during field day and stuff. Y'all didn't have a tetherball? Oh man, that was so much fun. That's unfortunate. Weak and slow. That's a bad combination. Weak and slow. Field days were it was. You was outside all day long. Thumbs up, 7 up. Yep. My school had to ban the card game Tonk. Listen, everybody played Tonk in high school. Listen, if you had a substitute, listen, in my high school, if we had a sub, we was gonna play some Tonk. I'm sorry. That sub wasn't gonna get no work. Oh, your teacher left this work. Okay, boo. We'll get it done. And that was even us smart kids. We even did child, we playing Tonk. We ain't got this type of time. We're gonna get our work done, but please be clear. We ain't doing it right now. Child, Tonk. Ooh. Crazy eights. Child, high school, that's all we did. We only have our board games right now. Card games come out after for when the people take their bad kids home, so we can really drink. Listen, not in my family. Let me tell you something, Tracy. In my family, every time we get together is a chance to drink. The kids know, stay your ass outside. Don't come your ass inside at all. Unless you need to go to the bathroom and you only got 2 times to go to the bathroom this whole day. I don't give a shit what goes on. Don't come in this house. That's what you know. Stay your ass outside. That's I was taught that as a kid. I grew up in a large family. I told y'all my grandmother has 16 children. My grandmother has over 60 grandchildren. So all us, it was a bunch of us there. And we didn't have no porta potty. Everybody house only had one bathroom. One. So it wasn't a whole lot of in and out. And then in Miami, you got to have air conditioning. And they didn't want that cold air getting out. They didn't want that hot air inside. So listen, you knew you had one, maybe 2 times to go to the bathroom, but you was relegated outside all day. Stay your ass outside. I don't care what you do, baby. We will see you at such and such time. But stay your ass. When you hear no, it wasn't we'll see you at such and such time. What they would do is they will open the door, scream your name. I'm ready to go. And you had to come a running. You had to tell your cousins or friends or whoever, yeah, man, mom calling me, man. It's time to go. All right, I'll catch y'all next time. Because you knew you had about 35 good seconds to get to that front door. If she screamed your name, by the time she got to that second time, you had about 35 good seconds. Because if you did not make it, something magically was going to make its way from that front door to the side of your head. And she had diamond-like precision with her accuracy. Would throw something and swoop, and it would hit you. I don't care if you was 3 miles away, but she threw it and it hit you right in the side of the head all the way from that front door. I'm just telling you what I know. But yeah, because the grown-ups would be inside drinking their ass off. They would be drinking their ass off. Do you hear me? Getting just drunk. And kids were relegated to be outside. You just stayed your ass outside all day. That's just what you did. Stayed your ass outside. So anyway, but yes, thank y'all for taking me back down memory lane with that. I know sometimes I have a really small family on my mother's house. Okay. Used to use the hose to hose pipe for right. And if you live in Miami, you learn when you turn the water hose on, you got to let it run for about 2 or 3 minutes because it's hot in Miami. So that first 15 to 30 seconds of water is like lava. Bitch, you'll get third-degree burns if you turn on the water hose and immediately start drinking. Yeah, you'll get third-degree burns in Miami. So you had to let it run for a little bit, and so it could cool off, and then you could drink. And stayed outside all day and was happy and was very happy. We used to go to different classes to do arts and crafts and cook. Okay. It's over 30 of us right now. And the kids keep talking. Listen, one of them yell out the cards in someone hand is going to be a fight again. So we have to have a new rule. All kids that can't shut up out at 4. You know what? Yeah, Ravine in Florida, you learn, baby, when you first turn that water hose on, you have to let it run for about probably maybe I'm probably exaggerating 2 minutes, but maybe about 30 seconds to a minute. You had to let it run because baby, you'll be done burned your damn your whole mouth cavity and throat. Listen, I'm about to get out of here in few minutes, y'all. But I do want to say for those of you, I know, like I was going to say, some people, the holiday season is a sad time. So I'm glad we could come over here and joke and laugh and learn and have a good time. I know it does get difficult on Christmas. When I leave my aunt house, I'm probably gonna go see The Color Purple. So there are people working today. Shout out to those people who had to work today. A lot of my friends worked on Christmas Day because a lot of them worked at the movie theater. So a lot of them would go to work on Christmas Day. So you know that song "Show Me Your Soul" by Diddy. I don't know if I even remember that song. Thank you, El Teddy, for being here today. It means more than you'll ever. Thank you, L Love. Thank you so much for being here. So we as YouTubers, we like to be here for our subscribers. We do stuff on holidays like this just for y'all. Just so you know, somebody's thinking about you. You know, somebody is here to liven up your day a little bit, give you something to laugh at, and have a good time. Um, um, and so forth. Shout out to all my fellow YouTubers. You know, all of the people who do the things. um Shout out to them, shout out to each and every one of you, shout out to everybody in the chat today. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And my biggest recommendation to you, people be thinking I just be trying to sell the channel, become a member and you can join the members only chat. My members only chat gets talked about on other people's platforms, like literally other people on their platforms talk about my members only chat. So if any reason for you to become a member and join, it's the members only chat. I am not the crazy one in the members only chat. Put a 27 in the chat if you know you're the crazy one in the members only chat. It should be quite a few people. Tracy, Xavier, Harold. Look at all of the members talking about it is a lot of fun. They be cutting the fool over there in the members only chat. Where's Jason? He's probably celebrating Christmas. Um, but yeah, we're gonna be in the members only chat doing what we do. That's where all of the breaking news come out. Before people go live about anything, it hits the members only chat. So if you are subscribed, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, consider being a member. And I will add you to the members only chat. It's a whole new world over there. People go over there and they be like, what is this crazy place? But it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. You say the girls be scrapping in the members only chat. They be doing a lot over there. They be doing a lot. Look at all the members talking about it. It's a whole mess over there. It's a whole mess over there. So consider doing that. So I'm going, the dish of the day, Thanksgiving. If you need someone to talk to this holiday season, 1-800. Thank you, Tracy, for putting that up there. Let me highlight that. Thank you so much for that, Tracy. Tracy is one of our hall monitors over here. Y'all know Thanksgiving, the dish is the turkey, but on Christmas is the ham. Please be clear. That's culturally in the black culture, Christmas, you gotta have a good ham. I will be watching football. Me and my uncle and my cousin will be watching some football today. The games start at 1 o'clock today. My beloved 49ers play tonight. I'm probably gonna miss part of my 49ers game because I think that game starts at like 8:30, and I'm going to watch The Color Purple tonight. I think the tickets are for like 7 o'clock or 7:15 or something like that. So I may miss the beginning of the game, but I'll be able to catch the end of my 49ers. Anyway, y'all go eat, drink, be merry. Of course, I do palate cleanses. Go watch Silly Saturday. Um, Joshua, go check out Silly Saturdays. We have a lot. Hell, on Silly Saturdays, we average about 50. I'm not exaggerating at all. We average about 50. Sometimes we have 60 palate cleansers. This past Saturday, I think we had 54 palate cleansers on Silly Saturday at the end of the show. So yeah. If you need something to do, just go watch some of the old shows. Go watch a good Silly Saturday. I'm taking the next couple of days to catch up with. I binged last night the first season of Dr. Death, which was so good. And I need to Mark Chip say Silly Saturdays be lit too. Silly Saturdays do be lit. I'm gonna watch season 2 soon. Hey, Spicy Original, thank you for popping in, sweetheart. Spicy Original is where the term palate cleansers come from. She came up with that term in the chat. As we will put the menses in the chat, and we were like, this is just a way for us to cleanse our palate. So shout out to Spicy Original. Is that show coming back on? I love shows on Oxygen. I didn't know it was on Oxygen. I didn't know that, but I'm watching it on Peacock. I'm watching it on Peacock. So I just finished season 1 with Dr. Dunch. And so I'll watch season 2 probably tomorrow. But yeah, that first season was wow. I was like, oh, oh. I'll watch that after you. All right. All right. As I always say, because I need to go take a shower and get dressed and take this ride over there. Spicy Original say we love a good palate cleanser. Yes. Wait a minute. We are gender inclusive now. You have ladies now. I do. We do have ladies and men's. And some we have almost as many ladies as we do men's in our palate cleansers. And I have included some trans people in palate cleansers. People just didn't know I've included some trans men and I've included a few trans women in our palate cleansers. People, had no idea. So anyway, as I always say, because I need to go listen to some when I'm in this good shower, I'm finna listen to Lufa. I'm finna listen to Mariah sing Joy to the World. That's one of my favorites by her. Um, um, Hark the Herald Angel sings by Mariah. Oh my God. I'll listen to Whitney sing Do You Hear What I Hear? I'll listen to BB and CC sing The First Noel. Oh, That's What Christmas Means to Me, My Love by Stevie. I'm about to listen to G Wiz It's Christmas. Give Love on Christmas Day by the Jackson 5. Of course, This Christmas, Donny Hathaway Only. Put some Shondos in the chat before we get out of here. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. Shout out to the people who sent me Christmas gifts via Cash App today. I thank you all so very much for being here today. We had a good time like always. I will be live tomorrow. I will be live Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, I'm going out of town. So, going for the birthday trip. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all for today. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you and yours. Go eat, drink, be merry. Happiest of holidays. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We gonna get out of here. Love y'all.